Yo, America is under attack.
America on fire,
We are
nigga.
exploding right now.
By who? Us. Those civilians, the
About time.
protesters.
About time.
Listen, man.
About time.
I haven't seen something like this ever in my lifetime.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You have? You just was too
No,
young.
well, no.
You just too young.
Yeah, but I wasn't here. I was in Jamaica.
I'm only 24.
The moral
I've
of the
never
story
seen
is-
How many times you know the world shut down since you've been alive?
Never.
9/11, the world ain't shut down.
I didn't think it's going to shut down.
When
Yeah.
Rodney King got his ass beat, the world ain't shut down. When O.J. Simpson was on the motherfucking highway, nigga, the world ain't shut down. This got to be like
Nah,
the fourth
but
or
this
fifth
is
time.
global, though,
This is
nigga.
global. This is global. Everything else that I just said though was like on a local scale type shit. You feel what I'm saying? In our neck of the woods.
Wow.
This is global. I think this is the biggest thing that happened.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very surprised by the outrage, I guess, and the protest. I'm really.
Why?
I'm still split in between. One, because I wish the attention was more focused on the getting justice than, like, I saw certain videos go up yesterday in regards to certain people that, like, recorded in their own neighborhoods of, it wasn't even a riot, it wasn't a protest, it was just people breaking into stores just because they knew the cops weren't going to be in the area to rob, like, hair stores. And it wasn't for no justice, no peace, it was just for the sole fact of, I want to get some free shit. So for that aspect of it, I disagree. But for the aspect of no justice, no peace, absolutely keep on protesting it until they can hear us. And don't let anything let up. But one thing that I do feel like needs to be understood is our community needs to be able to come together in private before we can successfully come together in public. Because as long as it's just chaos, we're not going to get anywhere.
There should be some organized
If it's
chaos,
structured,
right.
if it's organized, and okay, they said you know what? I saw the best post on Facebook when it was like, I think it was probably a Twitter post, but I saw it on Facebook, and someone said basically, a protest with permission is a parade. So when they do little shit like put a 10 o'clock curfew in order, and then they're macing people and doing all type of shit as soon as it turned 10 o'clock. Well, if there was more structure, we would be prepared for shit like that. They're coming out in riot gear and all types of stuff like that, and we're coming out in face mask and hoping that our identification can't be noticed. On top of that, hold on, one more. On top of that, you have certain states that are covering up their badges. So how can you say that I'm resisting arrest if you can't prove to me that you're a legit cop? And one thing is, you have to identify yourself as a cop. Riot or not, if I'm resisting, prove to me you're a cop. Because you don't want to get in trouble because of the ways that you're handling this situation, you're covering up your identity and dropping any charges that you want on us.
All right, cool.
Did y'all see? Y'all see it's going down in New York too, right? You know
Well,
that.
not every.
It's going down everywhere,
and
but it
that's-
was. Check
And
it.
not just in
Hold
this
on.
country.
Hold on, I know in England too.
And that's what I'm saying. It's very. You know what I mean? Surprising.
Did you see the people in New York was behind a little barricade,
And the two police cars.
and the two police cars rushed the barricade?
Yes.
What was the reason for that?
But what
Frustration.
about the tents where you have tents of people handing out water and I
And
think
they're going
food
trash that
to the
shit.
protesters, and then you have the police coming in looting those tents, taking the bottles of water, throwing those away, but then have the audacity to get mad that the civilians are taking
That's funny.
lead from you?
It's kind of funny.
Because you're supposed to be the authority, right? You're supposed to be the example. So if that's what you are doing, what do you expect us to do?
Well,
Follow that example, right?
It's just, and not only that, but like some of the cops who are standing in solidarity, they're taking a knee as well. And not only that, but when they see other cops doing fuck shit, it's checking them. I seen a couple of videos where
You know what?
a nigga was kneeling on his neck, and homeboy was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Checked him right quick, like, "Yo, chill, you can't do that." So it's like now it's more of a focus, like, "Yo, we can't keep fucking up because if we do, it's gonna be even bigger." You know what I mean? I'm glad y'all set this shit on fire. You
Much
feel me?
respect.
The police station.
Much respect to those cops that are trying to make a difference and stand up.
Absolutely.
But I also want to shine a light, and I said this earlier and I didn't really go into detail on what I meant. I want to put this on blast because I feel like more eyes need to see this. So this is actually someone from my personal Facebook, and his Facebook name goes by the name Prince Monroe or something of that nature. Everything's going to get posted right here. And originally I followed this person for quite some time. This person made a post, and that post is going to go right here, basically about how it got 511 views but not much likes. And that post was, this is a black man who I guess recently became a police officer. Okay, moving forward, you know, with our hope, whenever we see one of our community becoming a police officer, we hope that this is someone that's going to stand up for our community, right? Try to make a difference, like you said, of those cops that you see making a difference. Well, I'm going to go ahead and plug in the screenshots here of what exactly is the problem and why we're not getting anywhere with things like this, because this is the behavior that we expect from our new black recruited cops, and the things that he said to the civilians and when they expressed how they felt in regards to police brutality, the language that he used, and all of the negative things he had to say about us being hood rats and being on government assistance and everything, because that is the view that they ended up taking after 6 months of training. You turned your back on your own community because you became a cop and you can't see what's going on wrong and use your position to take a stand for us. You use your position to shit on us in the middle of a riot.
Well, I'm not surprised. There are many people out there like that who, and that's why.
But this is a young. That's the issue.
That shit don't fucking matter, bro. People, my peers say, Chris, you talk about race too much. Chris, you know what you're talking about.
Those would not be my peers.
Chris does not affect you. Chris
would not be my peers.
Bro, I preach it every day. Like one time I had a conversation with this guy. I'm like, bro, this police shit is crazy, bro. You know what he turned around and said? Oh, he's not that bad.
He's white?
Yes.
That's why it's not
and
that bad.
I just watched a video.
I'm tired of it, bro.
I just watched a video of a lady get arrested for holding up her camera, recording either her spouse or whoever that was on the floor with two cops on top of them. When she was begging them to stop and she was recording it, because he actually said record it. She grabbed the phone, started recording it. They ended up dropping her to the floor, smashing her face into the floor, and arresting her. And the whole time she was yelling, "What am I being arrested for?" They never told her.
And then
because y'all abuse y'all rights.
Me and you had a conversation the other day about the little girl in Seattle where the police maced her. How do you feel about that?
That's bullshit.
Why do you feel it's
bullshit? What the fuck is you thinking
And
about
that was
for you to mace a motherfucking child, my nigga?
What harm could she have caused?
Don't get me wrong.
Come on.
I don't even think the jit should have been out there.
Factual. 100,000 fucking.
I don't even think she should have been out there.
Pause. Because you got to look at circumstances. First off, nobody knows. Yes, community that's going to riot knows where the riot's going to be. But they don't know where it's going to start up. So we don't know if that little girl was simply. But also, we don't know. We just know she happened to be in that area.
You never even know what could have happened. Let's just say, a group of people, the right kind of people, seen that police officer do that, and that shit is about to be in the middle of bottles being thrown. Some bullshit. For one, like I say, that shit shouldn't even have been there.
But we don't know the circumstances of why is what I'm saying.
That.
We don't
Period.
know.
That shit shouldn't have been there.
I kind of agree with Drew, man.
That shit shouldn't have been there. That environment.
And I have another aspect of that
type of environment.
I agree it's dangerous. Yes. But I also have, and I know people might disagree with this, but I also have to take that aspect of, if we do not expose our young kids at the age that she was.
That's bullshit.
Hold on. To the racism that's going on, right? And teaching them about standing up, even if you're not that skin complexion, and being able to stand up for others. If we can't do that because of
Gina,
where do we get her growing up and becoming another older white person that feels like, oh, it's not that big a deal?
You can do that from the comfort of your home.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying she should still be exposed in some way. Maybe not there, but some type of exposure needs to happen. So if she was there for the riot, the mindset, if she was there with her parents, the parents probably was, I want her to understand. That's all I'm saying. That was probably that mindset. I want her to understand how bad it really is.
But it wasn't safe. If that shit wasn't there, she wouldn't have got maced.
That's true. That's very true.
at the end of the day, that goes to show you that's not a place for a fucking kid. Because at the end of the day, they're throwing the
bricks.
No, what's with the smoke shit and the tear gas? They throwing tear gas. Yeah. Why the fuck does a jit need to be around that?
And not only that, but if again, I don't want to ever be in a position, but if I were ever in a position where I'm just randomly shopping where this shit began, the first thing I'm trying to do is get the fuck out. I'm holding my jit close to me. I'm getting the fuck out. I don't know what happened, but in the day, I'm not saying the action of the cop was right. You feel me? I'm not.
I'm just saying. And all I'm saying is I don't want us to look at the parents because we don't know the circumstances. Man. The cops were wrong, and I don't want that to be as we ain't gonna flip it and put it on the parents. And that's all I'm trying to say. I don't want it to go looked at as the cops were wrong, but like he said, she shouldn't have been there, and it would. I don't want that to be the outcome. I need it to be understood that we don't know why she was there. We don't know the circumstances, and regardless of why she was there, it wasn't a civilian that did it to her. It wasn't a rioter that did it to her. It was a cop that did that to her. Wow. And that's the problem. The person that was supposed to serve and protect her did
crying,
that.
My nigga.
And they're pouring with milk or some shit on there.
That's
Y'all tell us in the comments down below, what is an appropriate age to start attending stuff like that? And also, what is the appropriate way to riot without it getting out of hand the way that it does? How do we get our voices heard without us being attacked every time we try to take a stance?
You know they have undercover police out there.
Yeah, starting shit, right?
And let me tell you something else I don't like. I seen this too, right? This is another side of shit I don't like. And like I say, I don't have no problem with the white people out there that's on our side. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to white people, let's just say during the riot, they go and they write Black Power on the wall. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. Because guess who's getting blamed for that? Us. Not your white skin. Mm-hmm. Us. Mm-hmm. We finna get blamed for that. And they're not gonna say, oh, the little white girl or the little white boy, we seen him do it. No, they're gonna say it was done by somebody black.
So what should put whites with blacks?
No, I'm saying no. What the fuck you mean?
All right, they're vandalized. They're protesting.
Put a stop to that shit, man. Because I don't know certain things. It's not for them.
They say that? That's what I'm saying.
And I also have one more question.
So it's okay for them to write that, and then we get the blame for it.
Look,
blame everybody who's protesting. Black, white, purple, indifferent, whatever.
In regards to that thugs comment, if these protesters and rioters are thugs, what were the people that showed up with their guns in the Congress building? Are they also thugs? I'm just curious. For anyone that comes across this video with any type of criticism to what we're saying, are those considered thugs to y'all as well? Because I'm sorry, but the response that we received from Donald Trump on that to this, it's just not appropriate.
And I want
they had guns. We didn't.
I want y'all to pay attention to the way the media spin shit too. When it comes to, just like she said, you just gave me this idea. Watch the way they spin it, because when they show us doing a protest, what we call thugs, right? We call thugs and hooligans. Then we get called all the bad words. You feel what I'm saying? When we gather in crowds. You know what they call the white people when they gather in crowds to do certain type of shit? What? Oh, they were celebrating. They don't get called thugs and shit like we do. They get called decent shit. You feel what I'm saying?
And another thing, stop telling us, like I saw also on Facebook, and I love this, stop telling us to use Dr. Martin Luther King as an example for a peaceful protest. No, that's not what I'm saying. Stop telling us to use him as an example of a peaceful protest, because y'all shot him too. So where exactly did the peaceful protesting that Martin Luther King get a benefit if he ended up shot dead too? So riot or peaceful, we die either way.
Right.
You gotta take the Malcolm route, and that's the route everybody taking right now.
Let us know down below what's the appropriate way to get some type of justice for our community and have our voices heard.
Any fucking means necessary.